Hey guys, for today I want you to watch the Go Noodle video and sing along to the video called Get Your Money Right. We need to keep up with our money counting skills, especially because it will be on your worksheet for today. Then come back and we will start our lesson. We are subtracting with zeros in the minuend. We did this once before, but now we have even more zeros, so we're going to look at it again. So, when we have zeros in the minuend, that's the number we're subtracting from. There's zeros on top. Now, we always start by drawing our lines to separate, drawing with our highlighter, draw the lines to separate the columns. So we have the ones place stays together, the tens place stays together, the hundreds place stays together, and the thousands place stays together. And we circle the sign so we remember we are always doing subtraction through the whole problem. Now, blue is going to be my pencil for today. The key here is to remember that we're subtracting and you can only borrow from a number that's already there. So we always look at the ones place first. 0 minus 8, can I do that? Yes or no? No, I cannot take 8 away from nothing. So I need to see if I can borrow from the neighbor. Can I borrow from 0? No. Can this guy borrow from this guy? No. Can this guy borrow from this guy? Yes, because there's something there to use. So if I'm borrowing, I cross out the number and I make it now one number less. So now 7 turns into 6. I've crossed out the 7. I don't want to think about 7 at all anymore. So I have 6. So that means this guy can now borrow and the 6 will help out whatever number is already there. We always add 10 to the number that's already there. So I'm going to cross out the 0. I add 10 to 0. 10 plus 0 is 10. Now I have some number there and this guy can borrow. So we're going to go borrow from the neighbor, cross him out, make it one number less. That means it's a 9. 9 is 1 less than 10. And then that's going to help bring 10 back to this guy. So then I cross out this 0. 10 plus 0 is 10. So now he's a 10. Now that means there's some for this guy to borrow from. So I'm going to cross it out, make it one number less. That means it's going to be a 9. And then that's going to help bring 10 over here. So 10 plus 0 is 10. So now I have numbers in all my spots, no more zeros I have to worry about. I can just subtract down. 10 minus 8, can I do that? Yes, it's 2. 9 minus 6, can I do that? Yes, it's 3. 9 minus 4, can I do that? Yes, it's 5. And 6 minus 1, can I do that? Yes, that's also 5. So then I go 3 places over, starting on the right, 1, 2, 3, and I put my comma. And my answer is 5,532. So 7,000 minus 1,468 is 5,532. Now we're going to do it again over here. But remember, I always start with my highlighter. I draw my lines and circle my sign. So I want to keep my ones placed together, my tens placed together, my hundreds placed together, and my thousands placed, and I circle my sign. We are doing subtraction, so it's very important that we keep all of our rows together and we remember that we're always doing subtraction. So I start in the ones place for every problem I do. 0 minus 3, can I do that? Yes or no? No, I cannot take 3 away from nothing. So I go next door to borrow. They don't have anything. Go next door to borrow. They don't have anything. Go next door to borrow. So we can borrow from the 9. I cross out the 9. It's one number less, so now it's an 8. And that helps bring 10 back over. Now remember, it only helps the neighbor right next to it. I cannot take this and add a 10 to the ones place. I can't do that. It doesn't work like that. It can only go backwards one column. So that adds 10 to the 0. 10 plus 0 is 10. Okay? So then I need to borrow to help out this guy. So I can only go one number over. I'm going to cross out the 10. He turns into a 9. And then that helps this guy bring a 10 over here. 10 plus 0 is 10. Same thing, I still have a 0 here, so I still need to borrow, and now there's something there. So I cross out the 10, it becomes a 9. And then that helps out this guy. I cross out the 0, and 10 plus 0 is 10. Do not skip any steps. I know it might take a little bit of extra time to go and tell yourself, can I subtract? How do I borrow? Cross out this number, make it one number less, add 10 here. You must do all of the steps or you're gonna get lost. You're gonna get the wrong answers if you don't do every single step. So make sure you do all of the steps that I do. Now, we have 10 here. 10 minus 3, can I do that? Yes, 10 minus 3 is 7. My new number is 9 up here. 9 minus 5, can I do that? Yes, it's 4. My new number here is 9. Can I do that? 9 minus 2, yes, it's 7. And my last column is 8. 8 minus 4, can I do that? Yes, it's 4. Then I start on the right, I count 3 spaces over and I add my comma. So 1, 2, 3, add my comma in front of that. And my answer is 4,747. So now I know that 9,000, my original number, minus 4,253 equals 4,747. We are just borrowing step by step. Go slow, make sure you do every step, and you'll be just fine. We have done this before, we're just adding another 0 in there, so you have to go one step farther. But it's always the same steps for borrowing. We go to the neighbor. If there's something to borrow, we change that number to one number less, and then that helps us bring 10 to the number that needed more. Let me know if you have any questions, and that's it for arithmetic today.